left is Basil Ejegene from Civil Society, Becolin.
Good morning, all.
By my right is Ndameka Ejumowa from CDESO.
Good morning, all.
Yeah. My name is Chibunto Uchibu. I'm the Program Director of Better Community Life Initiative. The only lady at the head level, I'm sorry about that. MA2 reformer, please greet our guests.
Good morning, all.
Yeah, in the next 48 hours, Nigerians will go to polls to elect their leaders at the various states or offices, the office of the president and the office of the National Assembly, as the case may be. That is what prompted this press briefing. Now, here is the briefing. This is a press conference on pre-election environment assessments, known as PEA, in Imo State, Nigeria, organized by Better Community Life Initiative on this day, 23rd February 2003. Here in Owerri, our Human Rights Office, number 30, Mbari Street. Members of the press, civil sector organizations, members of Peace and Mediation Working Committee, Imo State, ladies and gentlemen. Taking cognizance of the fact that we have less than 48 hours to go into the much awaited and highlighted 2023 presidential and National Assembly election, we deem it necessary to address this press conference with pre-election environment assessment known as PEA in the state and perhaps in the country in focus. This is an in-depth and holistic assessment of the political and electoral landscape, ranging from the change in landscape dynamics, preparation of relevant stakeholders, and factors that could give rise to electoral violence, and on the other hand, factors that could promote credible and peaceful elections. The indicators assessed in the period includes 1. Election statistics, 2. Peculiarities of 2023 elections, 3. Political party preparation, 4. Security of state in the pre-election assessment, 5. Election management bodies preparation, and lastly, election scenario itself. The pre-election environment assessment is predicated on the commitment of our partners, National Endowment for Democracy, known as NED, International Republican Institute, IRI, and Kimper Development Initiative's long-term electoral violence monitoring and mitigation efforts aimed at establishing an effective early warning system that can identify factors and actors that can portend risks to the peaceful conduct and administration of Saturday's polls. Last year, 2022 precisely, we deployed our trend monitors in the 6 states, Imo, Taraba, Delta, Osun, Plateau, and Kaduna states. 2 monitors in each of the LGAs to send verifiable reports on the occurrences, both electoral and non-electoral, within their jurisdiction. These reports are done on a weekly basis. On voter education, 94% of monitors indicated that they had had voter education related to electoral offenses. 85% of monitors said that vote buying and peace messaging dominated the civic education messages in the respective areas. And 85% of the monitors report showed that INEC is the leading stakeholders that are amplifying these voter and civic education messages. On political party activities and campaigns, while 65% of monitors indicated that the presence of political activities in the state from December till date, 95% reported that road shows, town halls, rallies, and social media are methods used by political parties to carry out their activities and campaigns. Furthermore, in some quarters, especially in structured debates by notable and media houses and organizations, candidates have been discussing issues and their plans to serve the nation. However, conversations of their supporters have been more of personality disparagements, intolerance, and hate speeches. The trends, key trends, and flashpoints. 20 AGAs in the states were identified as flashpoints or violent-prone areas. These AGAs are Ahazunbisen, Idatonot, Ihituboma, Ikedoro, Mbitolo, Nwangele, Hajebema, Onimo, Oso, Oru East, Oru West, Owore North, Idato South, Isalambano, Ngobala, Nkwere, Obo, Olo, Abombese, and Okigwe AGAs. So these are the flashpoints, 20 of them. Now, 2 AGAs were identified as AGAs that we are recruiting talks. These AGAs are Ahazunbisen and Ikedoro. Now, 5 AGAs were identified as AGAs that were arming talks. They are Ikedoro, Oru West, Ngobal, Okigwe, and Isu. 5 AGAs were identified as AGAs where property of opponents or candidates were destroyed. These AGAs are Idato North, Ikedoro, Itolo, Idato South, and Okigwe AGAs. Now, 3 AGAs had government restriction where some candidates were not allowed to campaign freely. They are Ikedoro, Isalambano, and Idato South. Then the AGAs identified as prone to vote buying. But they were 16 in number. Ahazunbisen, Idato North, Ikedoro, Bitolo, Onimo, Oru East, Oru West, Owore North, Idato South, Ngobalo, Olo, Okigwe, Uguta, Ezinitembisen, Java, and Owore Municipal. Now, let's disaggregate the data, because this information is based on data collection. The disaggregated data of violence in the state are articulated to us. We have perpetrators, we have the targets, and we have the nature of the violence. On perpetrators, we have political party talks, we have political party supporters, we have security forces, we have violent extremism, and we have communal clashes. On targets, candidates were the targets, police or security forces were the targets, INEC facilities, police facilities, including party members. So these were the targets. And the nature of violence, mob violence, shooting, bombing, assassination, and adoption. Now, the AGAs that had constant violence, constant electoral violence are Ahazunbisen, Idato North, Ituboma, Onimo, Owore North, Ohajebema, Nwangele, Ikedoro, Bitolo, and Oru East. The 2023 election has peculiarities unlike the previous elections, and these peculiarities are 7 in number. This is the 7th consecutive election since 1999. Secondly, the election will be holding amidst general security challenges in the country. Thirdly, it will be conducted with some newly appointed resident electoral commissioners and the national commissioners. Here in Imo State, we have one who is newly appointed, that is Mrs. or Professor Sylvia Ago. 4, there is increase in digital search of young people to participate in the election. Next, that 5th, the election will be conducted with new legal frameworks, otherwise known as electoral acts, the new electoral acts. The 6th one is, this is the first time election result is going to be transmitted electronically at the national level. While we emphasize national level, in Osun State we had it being transmitted. That's a result. Now, 18 political parties are participating in the process, and these 18 political parties all fielded presidential candidates. The INEC preparation. We must commend the electoral body for the series of technological innovations introduced in pursuit of election that serves the conscience of the people and meets the global standards. Some of the technological devices are bimodal voter accreditation system known as BVAS, INEC voter enrollment device known as IVET, and the INEC Resolve Viewing Portal, ERES. All these reforms are necessary and are intended to deepen transparency in the electoral process in the country. Adding to this device, or the devices, additional 56,632 polling units were created, making the total number of polling units in the country 176,606 from 119,973 we have had in previous round of elections in the country. With confidence built, coupled with the increasing number of registered voters and PVCs collected across the country, Nigeria and Nigerians are now set to go to booths to elect their leaders in democratic contests. To further increase the transparency in the election and mitigate the appetite of those planning to disorganize the process, we welcome the visa ban threats United States and some European countries have issued on those who would foment troubles and tear down democratic institutions and process. We support the action and encourage them to ensure that the threat is enforced to the fullest, no matter who is involved. Political parties in the state must ensure that they give life and practical impetus to the peace accord they signed on 16 February 2023 in Owerri. Furthermore, they should advise their candidates and supporters against making any inciting statements capable to jeopardize the outcome of the election. Police and other security agencies should prioritize enforcement in AGAs identified as flashpoints. Lastly, we hope to see the manifestation of three maximums in this election. 1. Maximum participation of eligible voters in the polls: the young, the youths, the elderly, the disabled, the women, and people from all backgrounds, provided they all have PVCs. 2. Maximum cooperation with the electoral body, the security agencies, and the other stakeholders saddled with the responsibility of making the exercise credible. Lastly, maximum integrity from the INEC staff, including the ad hoc staff, the police, the army, the civil defense, and other paramilitary organizations engaged in the system to ensure that efficiency and accessibility of the process is not compromised. Thank you all.